5 credit report errors you must fix. 1. Account balances you recently paid down, or off. If you've just finished paying a bill down or off, you might not dispute the elevated balance that remains on your credit report because it's not actually an error, per se. But the whole point of paying the balance down was to bring down your credit utilization ratio, which is a heavily weighted factor in your overall credit score. 2. Incorrect former addresses. Of the 19% of consumers who spotted an error on their report in the study, nearly 40% of those errors were in what the credit bureaus call header data, things like the consumer's previous street address. Many elected not to dispute these sorts of line items, because the error doesn't seem like it would impact their credit score. While an inaccurate address might not have much to do with your score, it can still wave a red flag, signaling issues that can foul up your mortgage application. 3. Bills that were never yours in the first place. As with completely bizarre former addresses, accounts listed on your credit report that you never opened in the first place can be a red flag that tips you to the fact that someone else might have stolen your identity and opened a credit card or account in your name. If you find one of these items on one credit bureau report, but it's currently closed or has a zero balance, you might be tempted to let it slide, thinking it can't move the needle on your credit score. In reality, though, if someone is using your identity to obtain credit, and you fail to dispute that the bills belong to you, they might continue to use it, which can cause you real problems. Of course, if the bills weren't paid on time, or have been placed in collection, disputing the account's presence on your credit report is a must. 4. Limits listed as lower than they really are. As with closed accounts that were never yours in the first place, accounts that are listed on your credit report as having limits that are lower than they really are, might seem like a battle not worth fighting. But the fact is that only 2 inputs go into the credit utilization ratio, that comprises about 30% of your FICO score, how much credit you have available, and how much credit you have used. So, if you have account balances that show up on your credit reports as lower than they actually are, that is, that you have less credit available to use, that inaccuracy can skew your credit score and screw up your mortgage qualifying efforts. Big time. 5. Derogatory items that should have aged off. Very few of us are perfect, and you might have worked hard to pay your bills on time, in an effort to overcome a credit ding from back in the days. Although the impact a derogatory item has on your credit score wanes over time, it's still your right, and your responsibility, to make sure negative items disappear from your credit report, when they are supposed to. That's 7 years for late payment, 10 years for bankruptcy. If you are still seeing credit dings on your report, after more than the relevant time frame has elapsed, dispute them and claim the rehabbed credit and score you've since earned. What error have you seen on a credit report? Randy Bett. Investment realtor, author, investor. Real Estate Professionals Incorporated, Better Group Real Estate. 2025403 Crowchild Trail, Northwest Calgary, Alberta, T3B4Z1. Phone, 403-774-7464 extension 1. Fax, 403-208-0082. Toll-free fax, 888-711-6801. Thanks for listening. Find more tips and training on our YouTube channel at bettergrouprealestate.com.